What's up, guys? Saturday morning check-in. If you find yourself even mildly stressed out a few days a week, you might want to hang on and listen to this one. I got some stuff for you here that I think might help you quite a bit on this Saturday morning. Apologize for the look. Just got out of the gym, got myself beat up this morning. Keeping on the routine, keeping on the consistency. Trying to stay looking good even through the winter, even though it's getting freezing cold here, 30 degrees. Jersey this morning, and everyone's getting ready to put on their winter coat. So here's the fact, guys. If you're getting stressed out, you're finding yourself split all over the place in different directions, you're finding yourself constantly wondering why you can't get dialed in, you can't get it all together, you can't get successful or consistent or predictable results, or you don't know why it is that it just seems like everything always seems difficult. A lot of it, folks, and it's going to be tough for some people to hear, is lack of focus. It's lack of figuring out exactly what it is that you are meant to do and being laser focused on that activity. Dialing in on one thing and doing it really, really, really well. This sounds so easy for people, but yet it's so damn difficult. Why is it so difficult? Why is it so difficult for people to stay focused? And by the way, I'm not speaking at you guys, I'm talking about everybody. I'm talking about a lot of people I talk to, people on my team, myself included. What makes it so difficult for us to focus, right? Why is it that it feels like every time we get in one line and we start to do something really well and it starts to work out for us, we find ways to self-sabotage. We find ways to turn a left turn, or to slow down, or to find that next shiny object. Guys, the fact is, there's a lot of things that lead into this. And one of these things that lead into this is boredom, right? As visionaries, as business owners, as people who are constantly looking for the next best way to level up, to change, to get better, we get bored very easily. We get a little bit of consistency actually bores the hell out of us, right? We start to move in a direction and we see a little bit of success and we're like, man, how can we make this better? How can we pour gasoline on this thing? How can we level it up? How can we make a change? How can we make it grow, right? When the fact of the matter is, sometimes just getting bored with the practice, letting the seed start to grow, dripping a little water on it, right? Sometimes we plant a seed, guys, and we want to pour gasoline on the seed. When really what we should be doing is leaving it alone. Letting Mother Nature take play, right? Letting a little water hit it. Letting the sun shine on it for a little bit. Giving it some time to mature. Letting it blossom, right? But as visionaries, we get scared. We're like, man, well, what happens? What happens when the seasons change? What happens if it snows? What happens if the frost hits it? I'm going to have to make this thing into a tree real fast, right? When the reality of it is that boredom sometimes, allowing us to focus on it. You know, we're always out there trying to plant more seeds because we want a forest. But the fact is, we're really actually good at nurturing because we're the ones that figured out how to put that seed in the ground to begin with. We're the ones that figured out how to make money with that thing to begin with. So if we just stay attentive, if we just stay patient, and if we just stay focused on that seed, we could have an oak tree one day that plants all kinds of seeds. But yet we're trying to focus on planting the next seed and planting the next seed and planting the next seed before we ever have a tree. Because we're afraid. We're afraid that if we don't go plant seeds all over the place, we'll never have a tree. Reality of the tree is right in front of us. We're already focused on the tree. We already have the tree in front of us. But we get bored, we get scared, we look for other directions. There's shiny objects, there's cheaper things, there's better things, there's other opportunities. People are constantly calling and telling us, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why don't you do this? Hey, go plant some more seeds, go change this, go change that, right? And we're looking for opportunities and we're chasing shiny objects all day long. And we're trying to find bigger and better and more opportunity things when the reality of it is, guys, we have an oak tree right in front of us. Sometimes we watch that thing get up to a sapling. Sometimes it's a couple feet tall. Sometimes it's starting to sprout. And it starts to make money. And we turn our backs on it. And we go plant more trees. Guys, don't let fear and boredom and distraction keep you from growing. Keep you from creating opportunity. Keep you from creating what you know is in front of you. When you know, ironically, there's a big ass tree behind me. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way. That was a pretty good visual effect. But the fact is, we want to grow that tree. We want to grow this massive tree that creates more opportunity. It's a multiplication effect. We can't grow the tree when we turn our back on it. We can't grow the tree if we're pouring gasoline on its roots. We can't grow the tree if we're setting fire to it before it even begins to blossom. We got to stay focused. We got to stay dialed in. We got to stay super patient. And that takes discipline. It takes self-control. It takes practicing your mindset. It takes controlling your thoughts and your actions and your disciplines and the way you react. It takes starting your day with a routine. It takes being prepared. It takes going after it, being proactive and not reactive. Don't burn down your tree, guys. Go after it, grow it, nurture it, give it time, let it blossom, let it grow. And then you can reap the rewards of the seeds. You can reap the rewards of the blossom. You can reap the rewards of the tree growing and blossoming, right? But you can't do it if you burn out that seedling before it even becomes a tree. I hope this makes sense. I hope this little analogy makes sense, guys. Stop chasing fear and boredom with new ideas and shiny objects and change and movement. Stay the course. Grow the tree.